Soon after the advent of powered flight in 1903, the new flying machines were adapted to take to the air from sheltered waters. Then followed a 5-decade period during which commercial flying boats were employed for short-distance military and commercial purposes, and then for the new fast carriage of mail and passengers to and from far-flung outposts of the British Empire. In the history of aviation, it was the flying boats that were the first all-metal aircraft, had the first automatic pilot, and the first in-flight meal services. Then, after 50 years of sterling service, they were gone, superseded by economical and pressurised land planes.
Within 30 years of the first flight, you had passengers being taken across the world in an aeroplane. Unthinkable.
Before the war, and for about 7 or 8 years after the war, most of the airports were very inadequate. I mean, a few of the large cities like London, Paris, New York had their airports, but the rest of the airports in the world were really nothing more than mown grass fields.
Prior to World War II, if you got a light dew, the whole mascot would be a swamp.
They gave insufficient space for a land plane to take off with a heavy load of fuel and then be able to fly the long distances required on overseas routes. So the flying boat, operating from harbours and lakes, had almost unlimited runway.
They were big, slow, noisy, because all the soundproofing was non-existent.
When we were running up engines in Rose Bay, people used to come down the front at Lyon Park and they'd be queued up 3 and 4 deep, just watching us run up the engines. It was incredible.
And to sit in the cockpit of the flying boat was quite awesome.
I look upon the flying boats today, even today, as just a wonderful era to pass through. Commercially today, you pack as many people in your aircraft as possible and fly it from go to woe. But in those days, it was quite different to today.
It was just a complete different world to ordinary aerodromes and ordinary sort of aeroplanes.
It had maritime routes in that it operated from the sea, which is an ancient thing. But it also did this amazingly modern thing of actually lifting off the sea and going into the sky.
There's a certain magic about seeing a flying boat tearing along the water with the spray flying out behind it.